Om Shanti, June 3rd. To remain constantly cheerful, be easy natured and tolerant. The sanskar of remaining cheerful. To remain cheerful is a virtue of this knowledge, and you simply have to add spirituality to that. The sanskar of remaining cheerful is also a blessing which will help you a lot at any time of need. Those who remain constantly in a cheerful state are able to make others cheerful, no matter what the condition of their minds may be. Those with an easy nature make a heavy atmosphere very light with their cheerful and happy face. Om Shanti. Welcome to Avikti Parivar. Today's day 3rd. To remain constantly cheerful, be easy natured and tolerant. Today's topic, the sanskar of remaining cheerful. Self-respect point. I am a worthy and obedient child. Who am I? I am a worthy child who gives happiness by following Baba's every direction. Practice. I give happiness to every soul who comes into contact with me. I am a cooperative companion to everyone. I spread vibrations of happiness, peace, and support to all souls. Specialities of Mother Jagdamba. We never saw signs of worry on Mama's face. Even if someone left their body or something happened to her own body, she did not overthink or worry much. Mama did not live in an ordinary state of consciousness. We always saw her deeply absorbed in a very elevated spiritual awareness and intoxication. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi ji.
Om Shanti. We had never thought that it's an effort to be cheerful. We never thought, right? We know this is effort to do this, but to remain cheerful also is a big effort. And I know that how Dadi Gulzar always used to say, whatever happens, never lose your happiness. And we used to think that why happiness is so important. So when Baba comes, they also call it, this soul has fortune of happiness. So that means, as Baba said, it's a blessing, it's a fortune. So that makes us think. I had been having some beautiful thoughts about that we all should be together 10 days for bhakti, 1 day for cheerfulness, 1 day for churning, 1 day for, different stages. And of course, now we meet regionally with the thought of meeting. Well, that can also happen, should happen. But I know before it's too late, just 10 days only on practicing one stage. And Baba has given us, I know there are many places, but Peace Village, where we can offer this kind of bhakti more. And those who are not only for instruments, but even students, those who really want to experience. Like somebody wrote me recently that Dadis did 14 years bhakti. Can we have 14 days where we don't have to think about karma yoga, we don't have to think about our jobs, or can we have 14 days bhakti? That was when I was in Shantivan. And I said, yeah, we will think about it. But then after that, that thought has stayed in me that maybe we should do 14 days bhakti. How many of you think it's a good idea? Wow, everyone. So we might have to do few because we don't want very big crowd. We can do for instruments, then second hand, then support team, then old Brahmins, like this. And whatever other things have to go on, they go on. But I think when Tadi Prakashmani said that this is Madhuban of the West, and I keep thinking that is true because when we go to Madhuban, we are very busy or running around or doing something or other, right? We never get time just to. I think here is possible. Then we can have light dinner, light lunch, right? Just one good dish is enough, not samosas and pakoras and all what is. But also, surprisingly, the way they plan menu, they don't repeat anything. Every day you will find something new, something different. We don't have to do that. We will do simple, right? Where is Kalaben? Yeah, is it possible we do that? Yeah. Because all what Baba is saying, we need to have that stage and then sanskars. And see, world is in transition. This new world has to start. And we are the ones, right, who have to do it. So creating those sanskars, 14 years is long time, right? And when Dadis came out, they looked divine, they looked, and now we know as time is short, service will happen because as our stage will go higher and higher, automatically you will see good quality souls will call, will come, will be like to be with us. Like we noticed that we had been doing call of time for quite a while. And now those souls are emerging with whatever they experience. One soul who attended call of time when I was, in hospital for a few days. I don't know from where she appeared. She said, I attended call of time, and she was on the top management person in that hospital. And a lot of people knew him. And so she started talking about her experiences. And so I think that all those souls who came to benefit are really emerging, and they're doing service somewhere or other. So I think as much we will advance ourselves, naturally that will happen. So let's see how it works out, right? Because, okay, even thinking of one day just to churn, to feel, to experience my fortune. Like this 10 topics we can take out, and we will plan something which is, because what I notice for myself even, I had been here for almost 10 days or 12 days. We have another few days. And automatically the insights and, evening 7 o'clock meditation is so powerful. And so I feel that if I feel difference of staying wherever I have to, here, even if we have to do our responsibilities and communicate, whatever has to be done, I still do. But find such a difference in quality of yoga. So I feel that others will also definitely have that experience, right? So it was telling Shireen when they buy some of those who had tenia, jewelry, some had been here for quite some time, definitely would have some not only experience but upliftment somewhere better when we listen to Murli or. So this is the thought keep coming since yesterday, that how do we really create a stage and make it sanskar, make it natural. There we can do 2 hours, 5 hours, but for 24 hours, you agree?
Yes.
Shireen had been telling me, once we had 3 days bhatti with few of us, and it was very, very powerful. So Baba is saying the sanskars of remaining cheerful, not becoming cheerful, but remaining cheerful. So Baba says that to remain cheerful is a virtue of this knowledge. That is what detached observer is, cheerfulness. Look at everything. When I think of Brahma Baba, so many saints emerge when just cheerful. Observing cheerfully. Not only as detached observer, but cheerful observer. Yeah? So that's what we have to be, cheerful observer. That's what Baba said. Cheerful is a virtue of this knowledge, and Baba says, you simply have to add spirituality in that. So what is the definition of spirituality also? What is spiritual? So Baba is saying that the sanskar of remaining cheerful, sanskar of remaining cheerful is also a blessing. Really, those who are born like they are happy, many say, I am born happy and I will go happily. So Baba said that this, the also blessing which will help you a lot at the time of need. We have to see what will be the need and how it will be useful, helpful to be cheerful. So Baba says, those who remain constantly in the cheerful stage are able to make others also cheerful. Because people are so sad, so worried, to make them cheerful. So Baba says, no matter what, no matter what the conditions, whatever are the conditions of their minds, Baba says, maybe those with a easy nature. What is easy nature? Because you have to see, some people are tense, some are hurrying, some are worrying, but we have to have easy nature. Baba says those with the easy nature make the atmosphere very light. And that is what is needed now everywhere. Atmosphere very light with their cheerful and happy face. Yeah. And that's the homework for us. And even 24 hours are not enough, but we still keep doing that. I think one day it will be 24 hours. Okay. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Good evening. Good evening, Avyakti Parivar. It's so lovely to be here with you, and I completely agree. We should have a 10-day bhatti. And I was also thinking about cheerfulness. And Baba said in the Avyakta signal today so many qualities for cheerfulness. So, which one do you think we really need? Like, which one is the basis? Humility or tolerance or easy nature or love or
I think one of the practice should be of past is past and letting go. Because, yesterday was yesterday. And I know that before sleeping, if we can make it like, okay, whatever happened was beneficial and keep our mind light. And then when we wake up in the morning, very fresh, not somewhere as I'm continuing. And it has a lot of impact, not only in my cheerfulness. I remember once I was many years ago with some of my lokiks, and something happened amongst them. And in the morning, someone came and said, "We are sorry about this." I said, "But that was yesterday, no?" And it made so much difference. They immediately after that, whenever something, oh, it was yesterday, no? We are early morning, like everything new, everything fresh, and so letting go of the past. I remember the Murli, Avyakt Babdada's Murli on Holi, and I really had kept that complete purity means past is past. If you're getting thoughts of the past, it's not complete purity. So I think that purity has a lot to do with being cheerful, to being light. So
it's Mama's month, and I was taking drishti from all of the ancestors there. And when I went in front of, let's say, Dadi Prakashmani, the feeling I remembered, the love she had, it was so powerful. It was so unique. Her love was very unique,
natural.
very, and it was always there. It never wavered under pressure. It was not up and down. Jayanti Didi today was saying in the Brahmin dictionary, sometimes shouldn't be there. And so, what do you think about Mama? What was her quality? When you went in front of Mama, what was your feeling?
It has like, our vibrations were not only of joy, but fullness, lightness, and enthusiasm, spiritual intoxication. It was so vibrant, that you just go in front of her. I remember that one time the center I was there, we hosted Mama for 5 days. And then when she was leaving, she got in the train At that time, I hadn't decided about, I was serving, but total surrender, all that. And when she was getting in the train, I looked at her, and first thought I had that I want to surrender. And many, many of us used to have this thought. Like these days, it's not common, right? And I know in Madhuban, many ask me why it happens that those days anyone met mama or dadis, they felt like surrendering. Even now in India, a lot of them are living that life and they surrender completely. So I think it's this whole, uh, it's the vibrations were there. Mm-hmm. It's not I have quality, but they're not vibrant. So her whole personality was really amongst all dadis, of course, as you said, Prakash Mani Dadi, so much love. Dadi Janki, so much love. But Mama's was personality was, I call it vibrant because, like quiet, but all the time you could experience, you could feel, you can be inspired, So that's what I noticed. Of course, cheerful, knowledgeful, wisdom. In our festival of Diwali, when they worship, they have Mahalakshmi and Ganesh, so wisdom and prosperity. I always relate to that lot. If you are wise, you will be prosperous. Not only it's question of money, even people have good ideas, they are prosperous, good relationship is another type of prosperity. All this is prosperity. So Mama was a wise person. That's why I would say.
Um, were you there when you were saying the last 17 days, Mama was about to leave? The doctor said she had 17 days, and you said the Dadi surrounded her. Were you there with her?
Coming and going. No? Mm-hmm. I was in Delhi, but we used to travel very often and spend 10 days, come back, then spend. I was not there when she left body. And I couldn't even go for her funeral because all the main in charge teachers in Delhi said, we have to go, you stay here and offer bhog in Delhi. So I said, it's fine, I will do that. So I was there and offered bhog for all 13 days for Mama. But 10 days before I was there.
So did you see a difference in her effort or how she was? Like, let's say when she came to visit you versus those 17 days, did you see a difference?
Difference
in her yoga or her how she was?
For us it is like yoga, but she was like in yoga. There was nothing like sitting in yoga, doing yoga. I mean, those dadis and them, they had only Baba, thinking only of Baba, talking only of Baba. They were yogi in that way, For us, of course, we are a lot into service, karma yoga. And that time also 300 of them, food has to be cooked, dishes has to be washed. Now we have a lot of help. Everything they did. But it's just like they are yogis, karma yogis. And now people are doing karma yoga, but not necessarily they look like karma yogis. So somewhere I think this being yogi or doing yoga, and we all should keep aim of being yogi. Whom I will remember. What is the difficulty? Almighty Baba is with me, this way. I think we all have to keep that aim, which is very important. So it's not, as I say, Muhammad yoga was better. Or, I think they were just Baba, drama, Baba and drama were everything for them.
So that's the secret. What is their secret? Baba and drama, that was their whole life?
Because Dadi Janki used to say drama is our mother, drama. She said drama is mother and then Baba, mother and father. That means you need to If you cannot apply drama, you can't be with Baba. So they have to be together now. They say two rails, both of them together, drama and Baba.
Didi, you were talking about Mama being wise, and in yesterday's Sakar Murli, Baba kept using the words ocean of knowledge, ocean of bliss together. And every time he used that combination, ocean of knowledge, ocean of bliss, I felt that you have to be ocean of knowledge to be ocean of bliss. And you were relating just now about Mama being wise and joyful. And yesterday you spoke about having Gyan Bhattis. And I wanted you to talk about that further because I really like that. If I want to be cheerful, I really need to fill my head with knowledge. Don't you feel?
Gyan Bhatti is like, when you churn, the butter comes, right? And they say that there is a story in Bhakti that once they were, churning the knowledge, churning the ocean, and in between the ocean. So nectar was emerging there. And one time there were devils, and one side were deities. And devils keep saying, give us this nectar, give us this nectar. And of course, God didn't want it to give them because he thought nectar is for those who have to become deity. Now, how knowledge is nectar? We have, when we offer bhog, we have nectar, right? Little bit with saffron and water, some sugar. It's very nice, right? When we give nectar. So how knowledge is nectar? How knowledge actually are the weapons for us at the battlefield with Maya. In the beginning, we used to say shield of drama, sword of knowledge. So changing like knowledge into all those, that's bhakti. Churning, becoming, churning, becoming. It could be very interesting.
I thought that was very interesting, Didi, what you shared yesterday about Gyan Bhatti. Because one of my experiences in any of the retreats is if I have a good experience, it's not as transformative as if I really have deep understanding. Yes, a good experience is nice, but like the deep understanding, deep gyan, that really seems to make a difference in transformation.
Yeah.
One of the things I was thinking about when, from today's Murli, when Baba was talking about I'm the father of everyone, and even in the Avyakt Murli, he was talking about, you have to have mercy for everyone. And what do you think? Why is it that we are not feeling that, right? The feeling, the mercy, feeling.
Why? Yeah, you have to ask yourself. Yeah, because Baba always says that good ones, special ones, you can have a lot of love. See, anyone who has any weakness, they realize they want to be free from that. And if we are merciful, not look at their weaknesses, because what you're doing when you look at someone's weakness, your drishti, your attitude, somewhere will reflect that. But if you are merciful, you are loving, you are kind, you are compassionate, your drishti will have love. Otherwise, it will be like, oh, I can't look at this person. When I look, that weakness emerges. So I think that not to look at anyone's weakness, but have love and mercy for them. More you have mercy, more you are able to help them to remove those weaknesses and become powerful. That's real service, really.
Right.
Yeah. But we are so internally scared that if I'm merciful, will that soul take advantage? Will that soul, we think in a different way. But we should experiment. Right?
Two secrets, Didi. The two secrets are not to look at their defects, and don't feel that they're going to take advantage of you. um, this whole idea of universal brotherhood that the Christians talk about, I really like. And today, when Baba was saying, "I'm everyone's father," so what is the difference in my relationship with Baba when I say he's my father versus he's everyone's father?
Baba is father of all, but personal relationship with Baba. So in that personal relationship, because I've experienced Baba, so I say my Baba. There's a lot of difference. My Baba is everyone's Baba, and everyone's Baba is my Baba. So we can have both thoughts, Okay. So you are leaving tomorrow?
Leaving tomorrow
You
morning.
had good time
Very
here?
good. I've been here for 12 days or 13 days tomorrow. And it's been so fabulous to be here with you.
Shireen cooked some meals for us. She loves to cook. She made pizza. She made noodles yesterday. She makes lot of good and healthy food. Okay. Anyway, we see you again then.
Yes, Didi. I do want to share one thing, that the evening meditation with you really made a lot of difference. The evening meditation with you really made a lot of difference.
I have such a beautiful experience, evening 7 o'clock. And we should continue wherever we are. Because if we sit, then everyone sits. So it becomes like, Okay, but I know that every day, this morning 20 left, all from Canada left. Every day some will be leaving, but still we are 75, 80 of us here. So, yeah, group of us can plan 14 days birthday, right?
Om Shanti. Thank you. So tomorrow is Wednesday. Our schedule from Amritwela, 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. We'll be connecting to Peace